I hope she finds a toenail in every bowl of chili that she ever eats.
Ooh, a toenail!
Hello, friends, and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today we're diving into r/LegbeardStories, continuing that stray Legbeard saga. So we've got Stray Legbeard, we've got Unfortunate Nookie, we've also supposedly got Stealth Beard continuing. So that is 3 Legbeard story sagas going on all at the same time. And if I look around myself, I see none of these other cringe creators doing Legbeard content. So I feel pretty proud of myself providing for you guys. If you'll remember, in the last story, our stray Legbeard moved in with OP, promised to do chores around the house instead of paying rent, and then stopped doing the chores around the house. But that's okay, because then she promised that they were all going to go on a wonderful vacation to Florida. And I'm sure that is going to devolve absolutely beautifully. I'm super looking forward to it. If you missed the first part, that link is indeed in the description for you to peruse at your leisure. But let's get into part 2 today. We'll get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some Legbeard cringe. Bringing home a stray Legbeard, part 2. The Grand Floridian Vacation. That's right, we're all going to Disney World. We're all gonna get laid. Hey there, everybody. Big shout out to ReddX. I've been watching a ton of his videos lately, and it has uncovered some memories that I had hoped would be lost forever. Well, again, thank you, and also, I'm sorry. And also, maybe you're welcome, or I'm welcome. I don't know what's going on. I never had a word for this particular creature, but I suppose she was a Legbeard. A Legbeard who lived with my roommate and I for nearly 2 long years. Oh, how you've endured, how you have suffered, OP. If you haven't read part 1, then fret not, my dudes and my ladies, because here's a link to the post. The link to the video is in the description. But if you want to throw it in the post, never mind, I don't want to be too much of a whore. So, as you all remember, after being pretty much the fucking worst, Georgia Beard, who is the stray Legbeard, invited us on an all-expenses-paid trip back to our hometown of Panama City, Florida. That's right, we're that kind of Florida trash. Florida man's writing Legbeard stories? Boy, I'm excited now. We were excited because it was a chance to see our friends and my roommate's family, which are like family to me because I've known him basically all my life. She was going to meet her future in-laws because they were engaged now, and she was paying for everything out of her trust fund, which may or may not have existed. What could possibly go wrong? Famous last words. But first, let's revisit the cast. Iru, that's me, OP, 22-year-old guy at the start of this, moved to Georgia, moved my old roommate to Georgia, working a dead-end job that paid well at least, and enjoying a fresh start. Recently had Georgia Beard move in and was kinda hating it. M is my roommate, best friend, and maybe a little neckbeardy himself, but he's like a brother to me, so we cut him a lot of slack. He's a good guy, he just has terrible taste in women, something that hasn't changed to this day. He is Georgia Beard's new fiancé, going home to introduce his Legbeard fiancé to his parents. Oh no. Georgia Beard, saver of kittens, baker of shepherd's pie, teller of lies, major manipulator, scum of the earth, terrible fucking human being. I hope she finds a toenail in every bowl of chili that she ever eats. A toenail? Yeah, all right. We all got wishes, I guess. Bankrolled this trip through some very interesting means. Oh, God. It's not the trust fund? You mean the trust fund doesn't actually exist? I'm shocked. Vampire Beard, VB. Though not a traditional neckbeard, Vampire Beard was a lover of tabletops, a complete narcissist, a ruiner of marriages, and kind of an ass person. He was probably the best neckbeard I've ever met, though, and was actually kind of well put together and kept himself clean and trimmed. He scored a lot of tail, and he brought trouble to our doorstep sometimes. He was exiled from the apartment at the request of Georgia Beard. Mama M is M's mom, and OP's adopted mom. Great lady who was not falling for any of Georgia Beard's bullshit for very long. Sis and bro, M's siblings, they're important. OP's mom is my actual mom who smelled that bullshit from a mile away and is an amazing person. That's right. Moms always know. Never bullshit a bullshitter, as they say. So, are we all caught up? Good. Let's begin our tale. Part 2, The Great Floridian Vacation. So, before this, I should probably clarify that her bullshit had already started to stink. M is a welcome guest at my parents' house. He's been my friend since 5th grade, and he's welcome at their table anytime, mostly because he knows that it's diplomatic not to complain about my mother's cooking. Is your mother a bad cook or something? Or is Georgia Beard just like a picky asshole? God, I can't stand picky eaters, man. Just fucking eat it. What's wrong with you? And if you're not gonna eat it, you don't need to announce that, oh, I don't like carrots. Go fuck yourself. I don't care. Nobody cares. Not liking carrots isn't a goddamn personality trait. Okay, that's a tangent. This is what got Vampire Beard expelled from my parents' home after he told my mother that her pot roast was dry. It wasn't, and the lecture that he gave her on making it moister was not well received. Georgia Beard had a similar experience when she claimed to be allergic to cinnamon and imitation pineapple. Mom's house is full of cinnamon brooms, which she only had an issue with upon being told what they were after being in the house for a couple of hours. What's more, for a nursing student, she was woefully incapable of answering even simple questions from my mother, who is a nursing instructor. Mom also had some very real concerns about her priorities and her plans for after nursing school. The idea of Georgia Beard caring for anybody in a medical capacity is just fucking terrifying. It's like those doctors that get a C in medical school and still end up being doctors, even though they're at the bottom of the class. Yeah, that's Georgia Beard. My mom warned me that she was as full of shit as a septic tank. But I kind of shrugged it off. You see, this was before I learned that people are kind of trash. If you were my friend, then you were my family, and there was just no way that you would hurt me. No possible way that you would cheat me. Looking back now, I was naive, but I wanted to believe that these people valued my friendship the way that I valued theirs. Unfortunately, OP had to learn some hard lessons about the nature of friendship. How wrong I was. So, step 1 of this vacation was to rent a car. Now, Georgia Beard was actually a few years older than we were. She was 25, so she rented a decent-sized car for us to use. I drove because she hated driving, and we made it to Florida with very little fanfare. Along the way, she bought snacks and meals and just paid for whatever. I had had my suspicions about the trust fund being bullshit, but the fact that she was paying for everything without problems sort of made me rethink that. She claimed that she had been given access to the whole amount when she turned 25 the week before, so now she could access the money without going through whomever oversaw it. This had been an issue in the past when it came to paying her part of the rent and other household bills. My roommate and I knew nothing about trust funds. We were both from white-collar families who were solidly middle class, so we just shrugged and said, okay, that sounds real. So we arrive and go to M's mom's house. M's family is just about the sweetest bunch that I have ever met. My home life has been tumultuous, most of that thanks to me being an angry neckbeardy teen with a case of main character syndrome. This caused my dad and I to fight a lot, physically and verbally, and I often was allowed to stay at M's house with his parents, asking very few questions. I had neckbearded all over his younger sister, got on okay with his brother, and had basically been adopted by his mom. So when I say we came to his mom's house, it was like she was having her boys coming home. She met Georgia Beard, and at first, everything was fine. She met the family, she got along with mostly everyone, but when his sister pulled me aside, I knew something was up. And I assume she wasn't pulling you aside so you could neckbeard all over her some more? She's putting the puzzle pieces together. Sis says, all right, is she for real? OP, I don't know what you mean. Sis, she has a nursing degree, which she hasn't framed and you've never seen, and she works at a retail store. OP, well, not really. She doesn't even work there anymore. Sis, so who's been paying the bills since M just quit his job? OP, wait, what? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's bad fucking news for OP, man. Can you foot all the bills? Thanks so much, best buddy old pal. It should be noted, while they were doing the meet and greet, I had went to visit some friends in town and caught up with an ex who was a good friend of mine. M had never told me that he quit his fucking job before he went on this trip. Sis said, yeah, he says that she's gonna take care of him. But how? She has no job and no prospects, it sounds like, or any desire to utilize what's basically a 4-year degree. Sis knows a little something about that. OP, I have no idea. She has this trust fund, but sis, that's another thing. Have you seen any proof of this trust fund? OP, well, no, but she's paying for this trip and a rental, so she must have some money. Sis, just be careful, Iru. You two can be a little gullible sometimes. Oh, how right she was. God damn, dude. The plot is thickening so good. So we go out to eat with our friends that night, and it was basically one of the biggest messes of the entire trip. We don't have a lot of friends. We were all nerds who basically cling together for protection in school, so when the boys get back in town, it's a party. A nerd party. So we all gather at the classiest of venues, Olive Garden, because when you're there, you're family. God damn. And the salad and breadsticks flows like wine, which also flowed. You're a group of classy motherfuckers, OP. So we're all having a great time, but one of them had become the focus of Georgia Beard's ire. We'll call him Cloud. He's a Final Fantasy fan, and he had taken up my spot in our lease after I had moved to Georgia to get everything ready for M to slide casually in. Now, Cloud was kind of a lot, but he had been our friend for years, and we liked him. He also, incidentally, owed M some money for some backed rent that had not been paid. Ooh, that's a bad look. Georgia Beard had taken it upon herself to get my man his money or implode their friendship trying. Yeah, thanks for helping, because I totally couldn't fucking do this myself. It sucks that Cloud hasn't paid M back. Like, we wouldn't be friends at that point. I don't want anybody to owe me money. But unless M asks for help getting it back, like, keep your fucking beak out. So we're out at dinner, everyone's having a good time, when apropos of nothing, she leans towards him and delivers a Godfather-esque ultimatum. We didn't really invite you here just for food. You owe M money. Either pay him, or he doesn't want to see you ever again. I'll make him an offer he can't refuse. Cloud is rightfully confused, but tries to make amends. He agrees to set up a payment plan with them, but Georgia Beard is having none of that. No! Pay him now, or get the fuck out! Dude, the payment plan? What? What's wrong with the payment plan? People are looking, and Cloud tells her that he doesn't have that kind of money. Well, then I guess you know where that leaves you, don't you? And so, Cloud left in a huff. Em, you really gonna let your lady run the show like this? Fucking kick your friends out and shit? Nah, dude. It's not happening like that. He later told us that it was bullshit how she had ambushed him like that. And while I thought that it was his comeuppance at the time, he was sort of a mooch sometimes, I didn't agree with how she had done it. Cloud was an old friend and they had done him dirty. Oh, both of them? So this was like part of M's plan too? I mean, I'm not really partial to Cloud if you want me to be quite honest. Being a mooch, owing people money? Nah, we wouldn't be friends for very long. I was beginning to feel a little sorry for Vampire Beard. Something that I would regret because that is a whole different story of awfulness and how she was slowly separating us from our friends. So the next few days are only eventful because of Georgia Beard. Here are some of the highlights. She got drunk one night while supposedly pregnant. And she told M's mother that someone with her past has a lot of nerve judging her when she tried to reprimand her about drinking while supposedly pregnant. M's mom is a recovering alcoholic, so that hit her pretty hard. Yeah, Georgia Beard got no problem punching below the belt. She apologized, only to then offend her all over again when she asked her why she wasn't working at the hospital. She told her, "Well, you aren't using your degree and no one says shit to you," which did not endear her to her future mother-in-law. Yeah, foot, meat, mouth. I pinned M down about quitting his job, and he told me that she had convinced him to leave and said that she would take care of his part of the bills. Remember this, because it will be important later. She claimed to have been approached for a $280,000 home loan so we could move out of our dingy apartment, which, you know, was only dingy because of her. She scratched the rental car when she tried to go get cigarettes and refused to report it. They're gonna find it. We went to the beach basically every day, where she insisted that she and M have some alone time in the water at the public beach during daytime at peak season. I mean, they didn't get caught, but come on, people's kids were there. If you are gonna bang at the beach, probably don't do it at peak season. Although if you're the only ones out in the water, banging in the water, then yeah, you're making a spectacle of yourselves. It's good to have a little bit of camouflage, but not too... Never mind, I'm not gonna give you tips on fucking banging at the beach. We're moving along. So we mostly just visited while she shat all over any relationship that she might have formed with her in-laws. Until one fateful day. We were at the beach again, and me, like a dumbass, had accidentally locked the keys in the rental car. I wasn't thinking about it, and now we were stuck. So I called the rental company, and they were very interested in where we were and why Georgia Beard hadn't been accepting their phone calls for the last 24 hours. Uh-oh. She waddles up about this time, realizes who I'm on the phone with, and gets furious because I was supposed to just pop a lock while she's having a diaper baby tantrum. Diaper baby. The police show up, and they take her into custody for some reason. Now, M and Georgia Beard aren't married, so they aren't gonna tell us shit. One of the officers did mention that it involved a credit card. Uh-oh. And suggested that we come pick her up after they had talked to her. They towed the car, and we had to get a ride from M's brother after getting our stuff out of the vehicle. Jesus Christ, dude. So M is freaking out. Why did they arrest Georgia Beard? What's going on? Why'd they take the car? All questions that I did not have the answer to. So about 3 hours later, she arrives home with the rental car. Huzzah! She immediately wants to take M off somewhere to explain, and they go to talk for a while. Remember this, dear readers. Remember this moment, because it will make some things that happen later so much more devious, so much more diabolical, so much more hurtful to me when I look back on them. They came back, and Georgia Beard tells me that it was
all a misunderstanding. The bank saw that I had some weird charges on my credit card, and they decided that it had been stolen when they couldn't reach me.
Yeah, that's not how any of this works, okay? The rental company's not gonna get the cops after you just because they think there's weird charges on your credit card. Your story, much like your fucking head, is full of holes. God, she's getting me heated. OP, credit card? Would your trust fund be linked to a credit card? Georgia Beard.
Oh, that's just how it is.
For some reason, we did not question this, so we just packed to return home the next day. And so we returned to Georgia with tan skin and very little fanfare. But oh, dear readers, were things about to get so much worse. Stay tuned for part 3, Georgia Beard, Cat Scratch Fever. Once again, thanks for reading, and I hope my past pain has brought you some entertainment. I'm definitely hooked, definitely entertained. There is something hinky going on here, and though I can't quite place my finger on it, aside from, you know, having stolen a credit card, I definitely know that Georgia Beard is up to some shit, and apparently M is also in on it because he betrays OP for this LegBeard. At least if I'm reading the foreshadowing correctly. A very sad thing to witness. You did get a free vacation out of it, which I guess is pretty sweet, but oh, what a price to pay. It's like, hey, you get a free trip to Florida, but you have to live in an apartment with a LegBeard for 2 years. Like, nah, I'm good on that trip, I think. The cost, the emotional toll is just too high. Oh my God, OP. It does seem to me like Georgia Beard is running the show, you know, M is just kind of on the sidelines, letting his lady do whatever the fuck she wants, run his friends off because they supposedly owe him money. Like, ugh, my disdain for M is growing right along with my disdain for Georgia Beard. Oh, geez, man. Well, I guess we'll see how it goes in the next episode. It'll probably be up in a few more days. You can read it early on Reddit if you want, but personally, I will get to it as I can. And I thank you, as always, for watching, friends. I hope that you'll like, comment, and or subscribe. If you did enjoy the episode, maybe check out them links in the description. You know, lots of plugs and playlists. Oh, and social medias. Twitter, Discord, Facebook. Oh, and Patreon. Can't forget my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons. I would like to thank them all, as I do every video. So thank you very much. Robert Waits, Baron Von Waggy Pants, River, hey, a new one. Welcome to the fold, River. Is that Roaming Rivers? I hope so. Nice to see ya. TSM Kirby, USMC8932, Aaron W, Twisted Child, Delicious Jelly Donut, Candy Sora, Cinnamon Susie, Fat Boy Shrimp, Fire Drake, Livison, Mr. Anime Manga Fan, Silent Revolver, Zero MMX, Magdala Marshall, Thornrose, Cherish Kitsune, Little Lone Wolf, Vanilla Mel, Roustower, Satori, Anaki, Babsy-kun, Caustic Fox, Dinosaur Nightlight, Disposable Waifu, Aaron Lennox, Fisher Diggy, Gypsy, Hadrian BR, Heathcliff, A Pimp Named J Crisp, JM Coon, Jerry, John Hero, Miss Monday, Lexi Loves Jojo, Lord Lionel, Lori Ellis, Jackets Rule, Melgar the Destroyer, Mirthful Baker, Mr. J, my boy Nat One Nick, Lady Nix, Origami Steve, Phantom of the Pines, that is a new one as well. Welcome to the we got so many new faces today, and it's beautiful. You'll love to see it. We also got Katykins Elizabeth, Sidestep, Puggy. Oh my God, yet another new one. Is that 3 in one day or 3 in the past couple days? Good God. Thank you guys so much. Cider Drinker, Serrated Ash, Siegfried, Staples, Yeet, Synaptic Boomstick, Tamago, Brilliant Tamago, Tapioca Boogaloo, Tato Ferret, Teddy the Police, That Duck and Bug, The One True Fusky, Treeberg, Wilmax, Zero Blacktail, Kira M, Redwin, Captain Clown Show. God damn, dude. Hello, welcome. Glad to see you, Captain. Goose Says Honk, Leon Embers, Naga Viper, Saints Blessing, John Indoors, A Normal Joe, Amara, A-Roxes, Cake Jerry. That's a different Jerry. California Keto Girl, Chris Meska, Cinnamon Bunny Dog, Defan, KJW, Kajow, Crafty Kitty Cat, Life of a Guardian, Little Ann Woods, Mark 211, maybe next time, Milkfed Gimp, Miss Duchess, Organic Cam, Princess Rosalie, Raptorite, Spoonie the Rogue, Steampunk Ellie, The Last Shinobi, and the Necrobomicon. God damn, we are over 100 patrons now. officially. It is just a beautiful thing. You love to see it. I don't quite have the words to express how grateful I am to you guys. It is amazing. I never thought when I started the Patreon that it would actually be anything. And wow, it is quite something. Mrs. ReddX is happy too. The level of support on the channel has just been insane, and I can't thank you guys enough. Obviously, I do hope that some other people will consider signing up for the Patreon, but if you can't do it right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope you'll come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you will need to keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like watching some more ReddX videos. I hope. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one, and until then, friends, bye-bye.